Okay, good morning. So, this video is about editing Coil's senior pictures. And my other video, I worked in photo mechanic to Cull, but today I'm just gonna do it in Lightroom because I thought I'd show the two different ways. So it's pretty easy. I still use the same star rating. I use 1 star to pick the ones that I want, and I don't try to eliminate the ones that I don't want. And then it's pretty easy for me to narrow it down. Like, let's say I picked that one, and then I have a bunch picked in here already and edited a little bit because I gave him a sneak peek earlier. So I have looks like I have 62 chosen, which is quite a few images already. So I'm hoping to go through here and only add another 40, but it's not always the case. So let's get started. So since I know I already have 60 that I love, I took a total of almost 2,000 photos for this shoot, and I believe it was only a 2-hour shoot. We might have gotten a little longer than that, but yeah, so I really need to be like super selective. So I'm going to skip all these because the dog is just, I don't know. He's not even really in focus. There his nose is. I always have to be careful to try to get the eyes in focus. So we're going to skip right over those. I know I've got some better ones of him with his dog. But the thing I love about culling in Lightroom is I'll just grab a group, because I serial shoot, especially with animals. Click, 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 click. To get that expression, and then I go into the develop mode, which is go into the library mode. I hit the G key, and then I hit the N key, and that brings all these images up side by side, and then I can look and say, yeah, I think I like the one where if he's not looking, then maybe the dog is looking. So I'm going to hit the Z key to see if he's in focus. He's definitely more in focus there, so I'm going to select that one. But I have so many more, and I like this one where he's looking down at the dog. I don't know. So we'll see what all we got here. I really took a lot. When it comes to dogs, they're just constantly moving. I do like this one where he's looking off, so I might select one of those too. And yeah, none of those. And this is the last bunch. I like where they're looking in opposite directions. Good. So this was shot 2.0, and you can see the dog is very much out of focus. Coil is very much in focus. So we're going to select that one, and then we'll come back here and I don't know. I'm definitely taking this one out because that was just for show. So between these three, I'm stumped. So whenever I'm stumped, I just keep moving on and come back to it later, because down the line there could be some better ones. That's why I don't really I don't love any of these because the dog is really out of focus. I know we have so many good ones, so I'm just going to skip over those as well. And maybe we'll pick one of these. I like this one. Dog is just kind of good. And there, now we've got, so now we have the difference between, so I'm using the 85mm for both of these, but I backed up a little bit and got more of the trees, which I really like. And I like the white in the trees that kind of mirror the white in his shirt. These lines kind of mirror each other, and then the white in the dog. So we're gonna look for one where maybe the dog is looking. Might be hard to do. Might do it without the dog. I'll just pick one of those. Maybe this one. Can't really see the dog with the grass. So that one's sharp. Yep. Oops. And now I'm just gonna pick like a little bit different expression. The dog was super wiggly at first. And he hurt his paw, so he had a little cast on there, or a bandage. This is why I have 1,800 photos. Yeah, we'll skip over those. I think we're gonna have better ones down the line. I love this profile. Let's just make sure it's sharp. That's not. That is. That's very sharp. Good. And then we did it horizontally. Not sharp. That's sharp. So again, I'm shooting at 1.8 here. So you can see how easy it is to lose your focal point. Okay. The thing I like about this photo is the symmetry. The hat tips up, the mountain tips down. It makes like a little oval there. And the lines in the trees go with the lines in the shirt. So we'll pick that one. Now he's walking with his dog. I think I'll skip those. I like that one. We'll keep one of those too. I like this. Okay, now I turned him so we have a little bit more light. See how his back is to that wide open area here? And so the exposure on him is quite dark because I'm trying to expose for all the light in the background. And so what I'm doing now is I'm turning his back to these trees over here so that the camera isn't so thrown off by trying to expose for the light and for the dark, and you get a better exposure on his face. Sometimes we just have to do, if we want that background, sometimes we just have to put their back there and then edit for it. That's a good one. And we'll keep that one. This boy does not take a bad photo. He was a really willing model. Oh, I like that one a lot. There we go. That's cute too. Now he's not in focus, but the background is, which sometimes can be kind of cool. Okay, these are really fun. I actually had one picked out. It's right here on the end, so we're just gonna stick with that one. I took a bunch because I wanted that dog. I wanted everything kind of perfect. And then my camera kept focusing on the background. I'm gonna keep that one. So now we're gonna have some tricky lighting here because we're gonna have a big shadow from his brim. I like when he's looking back the best. But that's gonna be a little bit more artsy. I lowered the exposure just a little bit, but I think I am gonna work with this higher exposure. You have to be careful. Watching your histogram, we're in good shape there. And here we're actually a little bit getting too dark. So I would want to expose a little bit in this case for the shadows so that I don't have too much green on his eyes when I go to lighten up the photo. And this is where I had him take his hat off so that I could see his face better. Okay, I love this dog. Oh, there we go. Look at that. And he's in focus too. That's pretty cute. So now we got the start of something good here. Let's see if we got a better dog face. Oh, yeah. Oh. His dog, his pickup, and his horse is what I was told he loves the most. And we spent a lot of time with all of those. I don't mind that. The risk of pointing them into the sun is they might squint a little bit, but he did really good. Okay. And I know I have I have a photo here picked as well. So I think we're just going to go with that. I love this beam of light coming down on him. I've had a lot of that this year. I love how it kind of just points to your subject. It's also got a little bit of an ethereal feel. I don't mind it as long as it's like not interfering with the subject too much. Yeah. He's making kind of a funny face. Let's see if we can get a better look. We'll go with that one. I think they're all pretty much the same. And now Coyle's looking at the camera. I always try to do a couple of different scenarios in one pose. Just to give some variety. It's always good to have variety with your photos, because something that you like, your client might like better, or they might have a spot on the wall where they would have preferred to have a vertical as opposed to a horizontal. So a lot of times I'll shoot both, kind of depending on how the situation is set up. Like I'm not shooting both here. Why did I take so many? I'm always worried about the blinking, but it's more so to catch that expression. Because their smile will fade. And I'm just giving you all of his different expressions here. Not too many differentiations. So I just adjusted a little bit, and you can see the difference in the background. A little bit more light on his face here. So then maybe I want more of a serious one. So I'm going to choose this one too. So I had a good smile. I might have popped a little flash in here. Should we look? I'm trying to remember how I can tell again. I think it says in here, metadata. I know it says somewhere where your flash popped, and I was using a little bit of it with him. So that very well could have been the case. Oof. Yeah, there we go. Flash did fire. I missed it the first time. And then the flash also fired here. I was kind of messing around. Did not fire. Okay. So, did not fire. Did fire. So that's why. And then this is an even higher exposure for the flash. I wanted a couple of photos where I didn't have such a shadow on his face. Like that. And I'm betting did not fire. Did not fire. Strangely. So I would pick, I'm looking for one where his head is directly under the peak of the mountain, just to make some kind of symmetry. This is where a flash would have been good too. The closest one, so when I was shooting I really wasn't paying as much attention to that as I should have been. I think the closest one is this last one here. And that just, oh, here's where we got into the pickup. And I always like to include a good photo of, if it's something like super meaningful to them. Sometimes they don't always want a picture of just them with like his pickup. Maybe he just wants a picture of just his pickup. I love that of his horse. However, I don't really love that road in the background and the lighting on him. I like that a lot. I like the colors, how they all kind of go. I love the color of this pickup, the patina. And then we put his dog in the back. He's kind of losing his expression here. I think we'll take that one. Notice that he's in focus. His dog is not too badly in focus. Yep, I shot at f.8 so I could get the dog and him and the mountains all in focus. I'm amazed that I was that thorough. Sometimes I get so excited about a shot. Okay, I love this one too. Now we've got a full body, so I'm going to have a little variety. Full body and then just upper body. And I thought about trying that. We'll keep it for now. I took a lot of these, clearly. Ah, here we go. And that seems... yeah, I like that one. I like that one, actually, because you can see more of the mountains. Just making sure. I don't know that he's the sharpest, but... so here he is driving his pickup with his dog in the back, which is just adorable. Okay, that's just for fun. Oh, I like that. There. Oh. I like how you can just see his little dog in the back. Yeah, I like him with his head up better. Oh, I think I like this better. Look at how many I took again. Yeah. Okay. We got these two to be the same. Oh, alright. Actually, everything looks to be pretty good. Now we're just going to look for his eyes. I think this one might be the best. This is where a flash could come in handy again. I can also lighten it a little bit in post. Okay, look at his dog now. Let's see. And then ooh, I like the other one better. His dog is perky. Oh, look at that one. That one's really... A lot of times I like to take photos like that where the animal and the owner are both looking in the same direction. Yeah, this is where his dog is quite happy. Nice. And his ears are back again. Okay, so we got those. We chose that. Working with people and animals is not always the easiest. I like the pose with Coil. I don't know about his dog. His dog looks a little awkward. Oh, look at those mountains. So I got the other pickup in the background with that. There we go. I know I was trying to work on... There we go. These are good. I'm going to skip those. Sometimes we do a vertical and a horizontal, and sometimes if it doesn't look good in one or the other, we just kind of skip that. Oh, it's blurry. That might be cool. I'm not sure. I might eliminate that later. I like that. I like the smile. His hair's all wild. Oh, that's a nice smile. Okay, there we go. I actually told him to narrow his eyes a little bit in that photo. Oh, I like that one a lot. Just to give that look. I like that one too. Yep. And then the hat. I think I like it better without the hat. Ooh, these got a little overexposed. But I kind of like this photo, so we're going to keep it for now. If that horse's nose wasn't in the background, that would be a cool shot, but I'm going to skip it. I love when they're both looking the same way. Horse's name was Rooster. And you gotta watch your focal point. Yes, your point of focus is clearly on the horse's eye. I'm shooting at 2.0, so it was a little bit risky. It's pretty bright, so still ISO 100. When you shoot at 2.0, it's always risky. If the horse's head is shooting way out, much farther forward than Coil's, so he could be very blurry, but he's actually not too bad, and that's because I'm at quite a distance. If I were more close up, we would have definitely had a problem. I like that one. I'm actually wishing I had gotten the top of the mountain in, gotten lower down, and like mirrored this line with this line. I'm trying to be more conscious of that. That's composition for you. Yeah, I don't like those. Now we're just taking a lot because I'm trying to catch that moment when Rooster's ears are forward. We'll keep that one. Rooster's going to sleep. We're going to keep that one, and then I like that. So I'm shooting now at 70 with my 70 to 200 lens, 119 millimeters, 3.5. So I'm backing up, and you can see how much closer those mountains are. than, say, this. Well, I guess I'm still at 111 millimeters, 3.5. What are we at here? 70. So this is shot with the, probably still the 70 to 200. But as you can see, the more I zoom in, the closer those mountains appear. There, keep that one. Now he's a little bit closer to Rooster's head, which I like. Yeah. So now I'm getting lower because you can see the grass moving up his leg more, and you can see the top of the mountains. And now I'm zooming in. Oh, I like that. Just to have one close up. Now, I'm a little bit concerned because the brim of his hat is like right over his eyes. I should have had him push his brim up a little bit more. But unfortunately, I was pretty focused on the horse and getting his attention. Would I have used a flash? Yes. I've had a couple horses get kind of goofy about the flash, but most of them don't mind. The other thing with horses is like catching, I shoot a lot when they're moving because you catch that moment where they look the most graceful, like here. And that's like when they have one foot really far off the ground. Now this is a nice pose here. I would say actually that's a 0, and this would be more of the pose I would like for the walk. I have this one too. I also like to catch their heads when they're more down rather than up. I don't mind that, but this shows that he's really like giving to the bit and soft and relaxed. And now his head's coming up and it depends on the look you're going for, but I like this a lot too. I feel like his leg is reaching a little too far there. And in these photos, I just asked Quail to do some trotting and loping. You want to pick the photo where the horse looks the most balanced. As you can see, I'm zoomed way out here. And this horse, he just came a little too close to me. So he looks a little bit out of proportion because the angle on the lens is a little bit wide. Yeah, I think he looks more balanced here. That's balanced, but I don't like that in the background. It's not too bad. That's nice. So I tried zooming in 147 millimeters to take out that issue of he's super close to me, the out of proportion issue. Yeah, I don't care for any of these. And this is why when you're having people riding their horses, you have to plan on spending a little time doing it to get that right moment. Like that's better. I like that. That's good. He's leaning a little bit there. I don't mind that so much. And then I chose that one. Now looking at it, I feel like he's leaning a little bit. And when a horse leans like that in, it makes everyone kind of feel a little bit uncomfortable. We'll have to put them all side by side a little bit later. I'm just going to move through these. I feel like I like this one because we've got the mountain in the background. And these are too far away. This one's not bad. Look, we're almost halfway through the photos. Okay, I like this. See the peak with the hat? But he's a little bit kind of off to the side. Let's see if yeah. I'll pick this. I'm not sure I'll keep it. And the other option is to have the peaks come down and kind of V into him. So that's not too bad either. I think this one's alright. I don't mind that photo. I don't know. There's not a whole lot interesting about it. Now you can see me there. And what am I shooting with? 39mm. So I've got my wide angle lens here. Because I was like, I really want those mountains. I can take me out. Okay, we switched hats here.